We look at the Clippers locker room inside here. The Los Angeles Clippers getting ready to host their rivals from up the Interstate 110, the Los Angeles Lakers from Intuit Dome. We have a Pacific Division battle, the Los Angeles Lakers at the Los Angeles Clippers. This is the first time we're going to be looking at the Intuit Dome in this season playthrough here. We see the Lakers coming into this game at 29-13. Second place in the Pacific Division. Fifth in the Western Conference as you see LeBron James warming up. The Clippers are 30-13. In first place in the Pacific Division, third in the West. We look at the All-Star game for the Eastern Conference front court. You see Giannis leading the way with Trae Young and then Donovan Mitchell in third. And as we see here, starting lineups, you got at the guards for the Lakers, Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, LeBron James, and Rui Hachimura at power forward, DeAndre Ayton at center. And for the Clippers, we see James Harden and Bradley Beal at the guards. The forwards will be Bogdan Bogdanovic and Kawhi Leonard with Zubac at center. Injury reports, Austin Reeves and Dalton Knecht are out for the Lakers, and Brook Lopez out for the Clippers here. As you see, the Lakers will win the toss. Or the tip, I should say. Doncic for three, and that is off the iron. Zubac will get the rebound. See Bogdan Bogdanovic here. Back over to Kawhi Leonard, and he'll get the first points of the game, and the Clippers on top, 2-0. You see Kawhi averaging 23 points on the dot for the season. LeBron for three. That is off the iron. Zubac will get the rebound. Kawhi Leonard with the layup. That is good. 2 games so far against the Lakers this season. As you see, DeAndre Ayton with the slam dunk, and the Lakers are on the board. You see, when you looked at that little graphic there, Kawhi Leonard averaging 19 points in 2 games against the Lakers. There's Leonard. He's been rejected, but he actually controls it, and he'll get the layup there. He has scored all 6 so far for the Clippers early on. Watched game records. We see the Lakers at 1-1 in watched games. They have yet to play a home game in this season playthrough. This is the Clippers' first home game in the season playthrough. You see Marcus Smart draining the 3. And the Lakers within 1 early on here as we're over a minute and a half into the first quarter. Kawhi Leonard over to Harden. Harden for 3. He drains it. And the Clippers are on top by 4 again. We look at DeAndre Ayton. Dishing it over to Luka Doncic. Over to Rui Hachimura. Back over to Doncic. Doncic for 3. He'll drain that one. It's a 1-point lead for the Clippers right now. Just over 2 minutes into the first quarter. Kawhi Leonard. He'll shoot for the 3. That is off the iron. LeBron James grabbing the rebound for the Lakers. There's Doncic again for 3. No good, but the offensive rebound. And the Lakers put it up. They lead for the first time in this game. We look at the last time these two teams played. Lakers had 55 rebounds, and 17 of them were on the offensive side. And that's why they won that game. Harden for 3. That is off the iron, but Zubac will get the offensive rebound. Bradley Beal dishing it over, now Bogdanovic has it. Dishing it back to Beal. Beal for 3. That's in, and the Clippers are back on top by 2. Nice pass to DeAndre Ayton, but Ayton will miss that one. Zubac grabbing the rebound. Over to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi coming through. Layup attempt, no good. James with the rebound. Marcus Smart has it. Coming through, pass it over to Ayton, and Ayton gets a shot up. That is in, and we are tied at 12. James Harden. Over to Bradley Beal. Beal for 3. That is off the iron. James will grab the rebound. Second season that the Clippers have played in this new building, Intuit Dome in Inglewood. After spending the last 20-plus seasons in the Crypto.com arena, sharing the code with their co-tenants, the Lakers, for a while. But just moving down south on I-110 to Inglewood. I said the Clippers are 30-13 in the season playthrough, but in real life, they're not really as good as they are in this universe. Lakers, though, however, off to a pretty strong start in real life at 18-7 at the time of the recording of this game. So you see Beal for three. That is off the iron. Zubats will get the rebound. Zubats. Back over to James Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Harden for three. That's in, and the Clippers are on top again. Look at James Harden's home stats. He's averaging 24.4 points a game. He has 7.5 assists a game here at the Intuit Dome. You see DeAndre Ayton pass it back over to LeBron James. James back to Ayton. Ayton misses that one. Zubats will get the rebound. Ayton had 14 points and 7 rebounds in their last game against the Denver Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard misses that one. Hachimura will get the rebound as Luka has it. Kawhi Leonard, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Luka Doncic tried to shoot a three. That's no good. Bogdan Bogdanovic grabbing the rebound. Kawhi Leonard with it. Back over to Bradley Beal. Back to Zubats. Leonard for three. That is off the iron. LeBron James will grab it. We are now halfway to the first quarter, and what an alley-oop there. Luka Doncic, the assist on that alley-oop, with DeAndre Ayton getting the point dunk there. Bradley Beal, 15 on the shot clock for the Clippers. The winner will be in first place right now in the Pacific Division and will move up to at least the third spot for the moment until we'll see what the post-game ticker does. They see LeBron James over to Marcus Smart. Smart for three. That's in, and the Lakers are on top by 2. Crossing the half court mark right now, James Harden. Bradley Beal now has it. 15 on the shot clock for the Clips. Beal for three. That is off the iron. Luka Doncic will grid the rebound for the Lakers. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 17-15 Lakers on top. Doncic. That is no good. Zubats will get the rebound. James Harden has it. This game coming to you from the Intuit Dome from Inglewood, California. As Beal will lose it, and it will go to Clippers ball. Possession will retain for the Clippers. Look at rebounds per game. You see DeAndre Ayton going down a little bit. He was at 11.1 from 2 seasons ago here, as we do have our first timeout called by the Clippers. 4:43 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Welcome back here in Inglewood. The Lakers leading at 17-15. We got to remember, the Lakers used to play down the road, down the street at the Forum. They were in Inglewood for a while before moving into what is now known as Crypto.com Arena in 1999. While the Clippers were spending time between the Los Angeles Sports Arena. As you see Chris Paul into the game, we know he's not a Clipper in real life anymore. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to move where I want to move him. Is to see Jake LaRavia, Jared Vanderbilt into the game for the Lakers. Collins now has it for the Clippers on that rebound. He's into the game. I say Chris Paul, no longer a Clipper. And there's Collins for three. That is off the iron. LaRavia will the rebound. I say back over to Gabe Vincent. Vincent for three. That is off the iron. Zubats will get the rebound. Kawhi Leonard with it now for the Clippers. Leonard with the shot up. That is no good. LaRavia with the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers leading it by 2 here. 3:33 to play in the first, as that's a deep 2 by Luka Doncic. And the Lakers leading it by 4 as we're under 3.5 now to play in the first quarter. Bradley Beal pass it over to Chris Paul, and Chris Paul will get his first 2 points of the game. Bradley Beal with the assist. Jared Vanderbilt has it for the Lakers. Dishing over to LaRavia. LaRavia from inside. No good. That is tipped back to LaRavia. 10 on the shot clock. LaRavia has it again. 5 on the shot clock. LaRavia coming through. Dishing it over to Doncic. Doncic for 3. He drains it. Luka Doncic puts the Lakers on top by 5. Chris Paul. There's a 3. He drains it. I believe that was Bradley Beal with the 3, and the Clippers within 2 again. A little bit of a back and forth game so far in this first quarter. You see Luka behind Jared Vanderbilt, but Gabe Vincent now has it. There's a 3-point attempt. That is off. That's no good. I believe that might have been LaRavia there with the 3-point attempt. Bradley Beal. Over to Chris Paul. Paul for 3. That is off the iron. Gabe Vincent grabbing the rebound for the Lakers. Under 2 minutes to play until the end of the first quarter. Hayes. And there's a 3-point attempt. That is off the iron. Collins will get the rebound for the Clips. You see Chris Paul. And over to Collins. Chris Paul had 8 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals in a win against the Bulls in their last game. Beal with the shot up. That is good, and we are all tied at 22. Look at Bradley Beal averaging 17.4 points a game as we have a timeout called by the Lakers. 1:18 to play in the first quarter. We're going to call timeout as well. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We'll remind everybody, if you're enjoying what you're seeing right now, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons, as well as hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. This isn't the only project I'm currently working on right now. I have 2 college football 26 projects going on. One of them, we recently just completed the first round simulations of the college football playoff, but I also have my own college football playoff for 28 teams. You see LeBron James back into the game for the Lakers. You see LaRavia for 3. That is off the iron. Collins will grab the rebound. And my community yesterday around noon Eastern, the community tab, you'll see the schedule and how those games go. As you see, there's a 3-point attempt, no good. Jared Vanderbilt with the rebound. See LeBron James coming through, layup, and that is good. And the Lakers are back on top by 2. Jake LaRavia with the assist. 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. You see Collins coming around. He got the shot up. He tried to dunk, and he misses that one. Jared Vanderbilt with an easy rebound there. See Gabe Vincent back over to Jared Vanderbilt. LeBron James with it, and he loses it. James Harden with the steal. Shot clock turned off. Chris Paul still in the game for the Clippers. He will get the layup. That is good. And we are tied at 24. Under 10 seconds to play till the end of the first quarter. And LeBron is going to shoot the 3. That is in and out. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. At the end of 1, we are tied at 24. We'll be back to start the second quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Back here in Inglewood at Intuit Dome, Clippers and Lakers tied at 2. You see Chris Dunn getting the taking the inbound there. Harden with a jump shot from inside the paint, no good. Vanderbilt grabbing the rebound. See Gabe Vincent Vanderbilt, I know, is into the game for the Lakers. LeBron James. Over to LaRavia. LaRavia for 3. He nails it, and the Lakers are on top by 3. Chris Dunn taking the inbound, crossing the half-court line. 18 on the shot clock. You see Collins for the clip joint. Coming around, Harden to Collins, and Collins with the dunk. James Harden with the assist. As we are 1 minute into the second quarter, the Lakers on top by 1. LeBron has it over to LaRavia. LaRavia for three. That is off the iron. No good. LeBron James had 19 points and 7 assists in the loss to the Nuggets in their last game. Harden over to Jones Jr. for three. That is off the iron. LeBron James grabbing the rebound. Gabe Vincent has it for the Lakers right now. 10 on the shot clock. LeBron James over to LaRavia. That is a three-point attempt, no good, but Hayes will get the offensive rebound, and he puts it up. His first points of the game, and the Lakers on top by 3. Led by as many as 5, I believe, in this game. Harden for 3. That is off the iron. That is tipped, and LeBron James will control for the Lakers as he's going the other way. Gives it over to Gabe Vincent. Back over to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt back to LeBron James. LeBron will put it up. That is good. Lakers on top by 5. Lakers leading the league in the assists. They have 10 so far in this early part of the game. Collins coming through. That is rejected, and Hayes will control it for the Lakers. Gabe Vincent now has it. Over to LaRavia. Back over to Vanderbilt to LaRavia. 12 on the shot clock. Steps outside for a second, but now LaRavia is going to take the shot inside. No good. Collins with the rebound. Chris Paul has it. Back over to James Harden. Harden for 3. That is off the iron. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Gabe Vincent has it. There's LeBron James. Over to Hayes to LaRavia. Back to Gabe Vincent. 6 points on the for Kawhi Leonard, what it looks like right now. You see Vanderbilt. And there's a 3-second violation. The ball is going to go to the Clippers. So we look at the standings right now. In 5th place, the Lakers at 29 and 13 and 5th in the West. Luka Doncic coming back into the game. See, Chris Paul still has it, and we have a Clippers timeout. 8:34 to play. The Lakers on top by 5. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And back here in Inglewood, where the Lakers leading it by 5, as we're just about 3.5 minutes into the second quarter. But as I mentioned, though, both teams are really strong in the season playthrough. I know the Lakers are mimicking a little bit of that strong start early on in the actual season. But with the Clippers, though, they are in the opposite direction. They are not hot at all. They're going back to where they were in like the 90s and the early 2000s. 7 on the shot clock. See Kawhi Leonard. 2 on the shot clock. Leonard's going to bully his way through, but will not get the bucket there as LaRavia will get the rebound there. You see LeBron James with the dunk. It's a 7-point lead for the Lakers now. We're looking at the rebound graphic you saw there. 23-18. The Lakers out-rebounding the Clippers right now. James Harden for 3. That was something the Clippers needed. LaRavia for 3. That is off the iron. Collins will get the rebound. Kawhi Leonard with it for the Clips. Alley-oop attempt. Jones Jr. with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard with a nice pass there on that alley-oop, and it's back to within 2. Clippers within 2. James. There's the bucket there for LeBron James. He has 8 points so far in this game. Luka Doncic with the assist. As we are 5 minutes into the second quarter. 35-31, Lakers on top. Harden, 9 on the shot clock. Over to Leonard. Leonard from deep 2. That is off the iron. Hayes with the rebound. Luka Doncic has it for the Lakers now. LaRavia. There's the layup there. 6-point lead for the Lakers. Up by as many as 7 for the Clippers. Cut it to within 2, and now the Lakers are trying to extend that lead again. Kawhi Leonard had 20 points in the win against the Chicago Bulls, and that was an awkward shot. That would have been something that would have went in, though. And there's a failed alley-oop attempt there by the Lakers as Jones Jr. for the Clippers will grab it. Leonard has it. Dishes it over to Collins. Collins will get the shot up. That's good. As we're over halfway through the second quarter, it's a 4-point lead now for the Lake. See LeBron with it. Vanderbilt for three. Foul, and it looks like Vanderbilt's going to go to the line for 3 shots. We had LeBron James had a snap of over 1,000 games, I believe, or close to 1,000 games where he scored double figures. That came to an end a couple of weeks ago in real life. I'm talking about real life scenario there. As you see, Vanderbilt misses the first one. DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart coming back into the game as Hayes and LaRavia going to the bench. And for the Clippers, I think Bogdanovich is coming back into the game for sure. Vanderbilt for number 2. He misses the second one. See, Vanderbilt will sink the third one. That almost looked like he missed all 3 of them. As Bogdanovich has it. Back over to James Harden. Bogdanovich again. 10 on the shot clock with James Harden on the wing. Harden for 3. That is off the iron. Marcus Smart will get the rebound for the Lakers. James. Marcus Smart almost lost it here, but LeBron has it again. Spins around. Dishes it over to Marcus Smart. And Smart will miss it as Bradley Beal will get the rebound. Jimmy Harden has it. Harden with the dunk. As I said, the Clippers not going away very easily here as we're under 5 minutes to play until halftime. 3-point Laker lead. Marcus Smart for 3. This time he drains it. And the Lakers extend their lead back up to 6. Timeout Clippers. 4:42 to play in the second quarter. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back here in Inglewood. The Lakers up by 6 as we look at one of the unique features of Intuit Dome here in the second year is that there is a 51-row section of 51 rows called The Wall, and it is reserved for passionate Clipper fans. Meaning you cannot wear opposing gear in that section of the stadium. Where they are allowed. As you see, Bradley Beal shoots the 3. No good. Zubats will get the offensive rebound, and he'll get the second chance points there. As you looked at that for a second, The Wall. You get another good look at it there for 51 rows there. As I said, passionate Clipper fans in that section. Only Face ID can get you entry into there. As you see, Luka Doncic, he misses that one. And it's probably the closest thing, I think, to an NBA version of a student section at a college basketball stadium. Zubats. Coming in with Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich for 3. Off the iron, no good. As I said, The Wall here at Intuit Dome is probably the closest thing you'll get to like Cameron Crazies or even the old black hole in Oakland as you see Luka Doncic with the layup there and the Lakers up by 6. As I said, the black hole when the Raiders were in Oakland. As a Raider fan myself in real life, I don't think the black hole has any effect in Vegas. No real home field advantage. Leonard with the bucket. That's a 4-point game. But that is the one thing that is unique here at the Intuit Dome that in the NBA that I don't think you see anywhere else. There's a 3-point attempt. That is good, and the Lakers up by 7 again. Leonard with a deep shot. That is good. That is a deep 2. Kawhi Leonard with 10 points in this game, 8 of them inside the paint. Marcus Smart over to Jared Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt for three. You're going to see some of these players are going to get some extended playing time that are on the bench because they are without Dalton Knecht or Austin Reeves. Should be interesting how Luke Walton has his rotation. See Bogdanovich for three, no good. Doncic with the rebound. Oh, failed. Oh, you know what? I would have said failed alley-oop attempt, but Ayton was able to get the bucket there, control it, and then get the dunk. Lakers up by 7 again. Zubac. There's a layup there. Zubac, easy shot there. Clippers within 5. Rui Hachimura being guarded by Kawhi Leonard, but you see DeAndre Ayton now has it. Ayton and Zubac, the actual lineup matchup. Hachimura being guarded by Kawhi. Hachimura gets a shot up, no good. Zubac with the rebound. Minute 20 to play. Bradley Beal with the slam dunk, and the Clippers cut the lead to within 3 here. A minute 10 till halftime. It's a 3-point Lakers lead. Luka. We all know the story, and Luka steps out of bounds, and that ball will go to the Clippers. Luke Walton thinking, what the heck, as we look at the Lakers' upcoming schedule. They are on the road for these 4 games. At Dallas, at Chicago, at Cleveland, and then at the Wizards. Jared Vanderbilt taking a seat. LaRavia coming back in as Hachimura is going to be moving a position. Chris Dunn back into the game. Kawhi Leonard and Dunn are actually moving positions as well, as we are tied at 48. That shot went by a little too fast, but it went in, and we are tied at 48. Doncic for 3. That is off the iron. Bogdanovich with the rebound. 30 seconds to play until halftime. Chris Dunn. And back over to Leonard. Leonard for 3. That is off the iron. Ayton with the rebound. Marcus Smart. Back over to Luka Doncic. Shot clock is still on, so they do have to get a shot off, but they can still take their time. Doncic pass it over to Marcus Smart for 3. That's off the iron. Shot clock turned off. Beal with it. He's going to get a half-court shot. That is no good. And at the end of the first half, we are tied at 48. Good first half by both teams. We are going to send it to the halftime report. We'll be back to start the second half. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we are back here in Inglewood at Intuit Dome. We are tied at 48 as we're getting ready to start the second half. Look at Marcus Smart. Actually having a good game so far. Had a good first half. Couple of 3-pointers he's made. As the Clippers are getting ready to inbound it, Zubac inbounds it to Harden. The starting 5, I believe, are out there for both teams. Yeah, it's at Harden, Beal, Zubac, Bogdanovich, and Leonard out there for the Clippers to start the second half here. 7 on the shot clock for Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich pass it back over to Zubac. Zubac with the bucket, and the Clippers are on top by 2. And you see Doncic, LeBron, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, and Rui Hachimura out on the court to start the second half. Here you see LeBron James, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line as Bogdan Bogdanovic will be called for his first personal foul. LeBron James going to the line for the first time in this game. And LeBron will miss the first one. The Lakers are struggling on the line right now. I mean, I know they only attempted 4 free throws in this game, but they've missed 3 of the first 4 they've shot so far. And he'll sink the second one. Bradley Beal with it, crossing the half-court line. About to be 1 minute into the game. Bradley Beal with the layup. That is good. It's a 3-point lead for the Clippers. I believe their largest lead was 4, I believe. That was early on in this game. We've had a back-and-forth game. James for 3. No good. Ayton with the offensive rebound. That is no good. Excuse me. You see Kawhi Leonard with the layup. That is good, and it's a 5-point Clippers lead. Don't forget, when this game is over with, we are not done yet. We still will have a post-game ticker, stats, injury reports. As you see, DeAndre Ayton with the dunk. Ayton has, I believe, 10 points in this. No, he had 10 points in the first half. He now has 12. 3-point lead for the Clippers right now as we're over 2 minutes into the third quarter. Bradley Beal, big jump shot right there, no good. Luka Doncic will get the rebound there for the Lakers. Beal has 12 points on 5 of 11 shooting. You see Rui Hachimura, he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Rui Hachimura.
Take a break. 2 shots.
So you see on that little bottom graphic right there, the All-Star voting is Hachimura will make the first one. And he'll sink both of them here. It's a 1-point lead for the Clippers. Zubats has it. Gives it back over to Bradley Beal. 10 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Bogdanovic will get the shot up for 3-pointer. No good. Zubats will get the offensive rebound and the put in. And we have a timeout called by the Lakers. Clippers up by 3. 9:13 to play in the third. We're taking a timeout as well. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We got the league leaders in the last 30 days. We look at the field goal percentage. The Lakers are at number 2 and the Clippers at number 3. Here in this season playthrough, we are on the calendar date of Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. We're almost done with the month of January in the season playthrough, and as I said, we've taken some time off because of my busyness of the College Football 26 content. We're going to take next week off as well. Tomorrow will be the last game until I complete the second round games of the season playthrough, or my 2018 college football playoff, because those take a bulk of the time to make. Bogdanovic with the miss. As you see, Zubats with a dunk. And it's a 5-point lead again. As you see, Luka Doncic only has 10 points in this game so far for the Lakers. Trailing by 5, but look at DeAndre Ayton, though, with the slam dunk. 58-55. As we're about 4 minutes into the second half. Zubats, easy slam dunk there. Clippers up by 5 again. A very exciting start to the game. You see LeBron James. He drains the 3. Oh, man. As we have a Clipper timeout here. We're going to take another timeout as well. 7:39 to play in the third. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. All right, back here in Inglewood. The Clippers leading it by 2 here at Intuit Dome. 7:39 left to play in the third quarter. It has been a very close game. The Lakers led by as many as 7, and the Clippers had as many lead as large as 5. Bogdanovich. Inbounding, you see Harden with it. Back over to Bogdanovich, being guarded by LeBron James. Bradley Beal with it. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Zubats. Over to Beal. Beal trying to get through. 4 on the shot clock. Beal's going to get a long shot up. That is no good, but Zubats with the offensive rebound and another slam dunk. I wonder how many of those points have been second chance points for him. Getting those offensive rebounds. Lead back up to 4 for the Clippers. LeBron James has it. Getting around. There's Marcus Smart for 3. That is off. As Bogdanovich will get the rebound here. Bogdanovich. Zubats has it. Over to Beal. Beal with a jumper. Good! It's a 6-point lead for the Clippers. Bradley Beal has 14 points, 8 of them inside the paint. It's a 6-point lead for the Clippers. LeBron James coming around. That is good. Very highly contested game so far to this point. Bogdanovich finding James Harden. Over to Zubat. 10 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich for 3. He drains it. Bogdanovich. And the Clippers are on top by 7 as we are halfway through the third quarter. Here in the battle of I-110. See Doncic. Three on the shot clock. And there's Doncic. That's off the iron. No good. Zubats had the rebound there. Back over to Harden. Harden for 3. That is off the iron. No good. Hachimura with the rebound. James has it. Over to Marcus Smart. Over to Ayton. And Ayton misses it. Bradley Beal will grab the rebound. 7-point lead for the Clippers as we're approaching 5 minutes to play in the third, and Kawhi Leonard's going to go to the line as Hachimura called for his first personal foul. I believe this might be actually the first time we're going to see the Clippers at the line in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
See Kawhi Leonard again taking 2 shots. Leonard will hit the first one. We got some substitutions coming in. Jared Vanderbilt, Hayes coming back into the game. As we can see Ayton, Hachimura, and Smart taking a seat. And for the clip joint, Kawhi Leonard's moving to the small forward position. I know that as he sinks the second one. Timeout Lakers, 4:59 to play. It's a 9-point Clipper lead, and we will take a break. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Coming back out of the timeout here, the Clippers with their largest lead of the game, 9 points. I believe that's the largest by any team to this point. No team has led by double figures yet in this game. But no matter what, it seems like the other team has found a way to push back. I know the Lakers had a 7-point lead in the second quarter before the Clippers were able to come back and tie the game. Doncic, that is no good. You see Kawhi Leonard. Back over to Bradley Beal, over to Beal. With the layup, that is no good. Doncic grabbing the rebound. Vincent with it for the Lakers. Back over to LeBron James. James getting a little screen. LeBron for three. That is in and out. No good. Kawhi Leonard has it for the Clippers. Up by 9. Collins with it. This is back over to Beal. Beal getting an opportunity here. Over to Collins. Collins with the slam dunk. And the Clippers are on top by 11. Bradley Beal has the assist. And it's an 11-point lead. As you see, Doncic. That is off the iron. Luka Doncic with 10 points, 8 assists. Has not gotten a single point in this second half so far. Back over to Harden. Harden for three. No good. Hayes with the rebound. Get over to Gabe Vincent. Over to Vanderbilt. Back over to Doncic. Doncic back to James. James for three. He drains it, and that will put an end to the drought there. LeBron James with 17 points, 9 in this quarter. There's Zubac. And he's going to get the points the hard way as Hayes is going to be called for the foul there. Zubac's going to go to the line shooting 2. Under 3 to play. Try to get the Clippers back on. Try to get the Clippers lead back up to double digits. Look at the scoring breakdown right now. Points off of assists, 53. Points in the paint, 44 for the Clippers. And Zubac will hit the first one. At substitutions, LeBron James and Doncic going to the bench. Bronny James is coming into the game for the first time for what I'm looking at right here. Might be the first time we've seen Bronny James get any kind of action. Indeed, that is. LeBron's son, as we have a timeout by the Lakers. 2:40 to play in the third. It's a 10-point Clipper lead. You're watching NBA 2K on V-Dub Productions. All right, we're back here at Intuit Dome, a 10-point Clippers lead, but we're looking at the league leaders in points in the last 30 days. The Clippers are in third with averaging 125.3 points a game. Had a quick timeout. I wonder how many substitutions were made. I know how 2K likes to make substitutions during the timeouts. Doesn't look like any has been made. I see Gabe Vincent out there. Over to Hayes, and Hayes with the bucket, and the lead is, and the deficit's to within 8 again for the Lakers, I should say. Because we did for a second see Bronny James Jr. out there, but I think 2K AI felt like, nope, we're going to put him back on the bench. 5 on the shot clock for Zubac. There's a 3-point attempt, no good. Hayes will get the rebound. Gabe Vincent with it. Yeah, Manning is into the game now. As I said, LeBron James Jr., Bronny James, just getting that brief couple of seconds there, and you see Vanderbilt getting the assist on the Hayes shot, Hayes bucket. It's a 6-point game. A minute and a half to play in the third quarter. It's a 6-point lead for the Clippers. Zubac shot up. That is good. Zubac has 18 points for the Clippers, and the lead is up to 8 again, led by as many as 11. Hayes over to Vanderbilt. Manning for 3, no good. Zubac with the rebound. Flowers into the game for the Clippers. There's Chris Dunn again. Collins for three. No good. LaRavia. Is that Manning or Mason? I'm not sure. Either way, that wasn't him that got the bucket. It's a 6-point game again. 37 seconds to play in the third. Flowers with it for the Clippers. 13 on the shot clock. Zubats. That is in. Zubats having himself a really solid game. It's an 8-point Clipper lead. LaRavia has it for the Lakers here. 15 on the shot clock. They do have to get a shot off. Five on the shot clock. LaRavia for three. He drains it. 2.1 to play in the third. Chris Paul. Desperation three. No good. And that does it for the third quarter. It is the Clippers leading the Battle of I-110. They lead it 77-72. We're heading to the fourth. We'll be back. You're watching NBA 2K on VDub Productions. We are starting the fourth quarter off with the State Farm assist of the game. That goes to Kawhi Leonard. All right, you got LaRavia and LeBron James starting the fourth quarter for the Lakers. Trailing by 5. LaRavia for three. That is off the iron. Collins will get the rebound. Yeah, Gabe Vincent, LeBron James, Jackson Hayes, LaRavia, and Vanderbilt starting the fourth quarter for the Lake Show. Chris Paul, as said, no longer a member of the Clippers in real life, but right now I'm keeping him on the Clippers as I can find a good trade partner for him. Vanderbilt for three. Off the iron. Chris Collins will get the rebound. Oh no, that's not Chris Collins. Something Collins. Paul coming through. Harden with it. 8 on the shot clock. There's a bucket. 3-point shot by Chris Dunn. No good. This game coming to you from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe buttons. As you see, LeBron James misses it, and Dunn will have the rebound. 17 on the shot clock. Paul for three. Off the iron, Chris Collins. There's Harden for three. He drains it. It's an 8-point lead again for the Clippers. $10:20 to play here in the fourth. LeBron James. Oh, I thought he stepped out for a second. He's able to get that shot up. That's no good. Jones Jr. will get the rebound. Chris Dunn. Back over to James Harden. 15 on the shot clock as we're approaching 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Collins with it now. Back over to Jones Jr. He has to get the shot up, but he passes that up. Or that would have been a little bit deflected, but Vanderbilt will have it for the Lakers. You see LeBron James now with it. Dishes it over to Gabe Vincent. Feeds LeBron. LeBron with a deep shot. No good. Dunn with the rebound. See James Harden. 14 on the shot clock over to Chris Collins. 8 on the shot clock. James Harden with it. Harden, deep two. That is off the iron. LaRavia with the rebound. LaRavia, the Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent for three. And the Lakers within 5. You see Kawhi Leonard and Luka Doncic waiting to get back into the game for their teams. Collins. You see Harden. The bucket. That is no good. Jackson Hayes with the rebound. LeBron James has it. James still with it. 10 on the shot clock. Passing it back. There's Gabe Vincent for three. Deep three. No good. Jones Jr. with the rebound. Chris Paul has it. Harden. Back over to Jones Jr. Finds over to James Harden again. 5 on the shot clock. Jones Jr. for 3. He nails it! And the Clippers on top by 8 again. They're back. Lead back up to 8. And then LaRavia for 3. That is off the iron. No good. Chris Dunn will get the rebound. Passes it over to James Harden. 17 on the shot clock for the clip joint. Harden for 3. That is off the iron. Vanderbilt grabbing the rebound for the Lakers. Still plenty of time. You see Gabe Vincent. That shot's no good. Jones Jr. has it for the Clippers. Now it's done with it. Chris Paul coming around. Chris Paul wants to try to extend this lead. Jones Jr. layup. That is good. And the Clippers on top by double digits once again. They led by as many as 11 in the third quarter. They're up by 10 again. See LeBron having it. We saw his son for a brief second before our Lakers call a timeout. Vanderbilt. He drains it. Lead within 8 again. Lakers within 8 again, I should say. Over to Jones Jr. Passing it over to Chris Paul. Paul will shoot the 3. Paul will miss it. Jackson Hayes will get the rebound for the Lakers. Gabe Vincent now has it crossing the timeline. LeBron James. Almost lost it for a second. Passes it over to LaRavia. LaRavia for 3. That is off the iron. James Harden grabbing the rebound. Harden for 3. No good. LaRavia has it for the Lakers as we are now halfway through the fourth quarter. 88-75. Clippers on top. Nobody wants to make any shots right now. You see LeBron pass it over to Vanderbilt for 3. That is off the iron. And I think 2K's got to have better logic AI-wise, knowing the fact that LeBron had a higher percentage shot than just passing it. Harden for 3. Nobody can buy a bucket right now for either team. See Gabe Vincent with it. Back over to LeBron James. Being guarded by James Harden. Over to LaRavia. LaRavia for 3. That is in and out. Harden with the rebound. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. 8-point lead for the Clippers. As I said, they led by as many as 11 in that third quarter. Substitutions trying to come in again. There's a shot up. That is no good. LaRavia will get the rebound. As I said, I wonder how long both teams have spent since both teams have gotten the bucket. Gabe Vincent for 3. Off the iron. That looked like that was going out of bounds, but Chris Paul will control it for the Clips. 4.5 to play. Chris Paul coming around, being guarded by Gabe Vincent. Paul, layup. That is good. It's a 10-point lead for the Clippers again. Looking at DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, and Marcus Smart trying to get back into the game for the Clippers. Or for the Lakers, I should say. You see LeBron. Back over to Gabe Vincent here. 6 on the shot clock. Gabe Vincent for 3. No good. Chris Dunn with the rebound. There's Harden. James Harden. And the largest lead of the game by either team. The Clippers up by 12. 3:35 to play. LaRavia. Oh, LeBron almost lost it for a second. There's a three-point attempt by Gabe Vincent. No good. Chris Collins with... I keep saying Chris Collins. I'm not sure what the name is. I know it's Collins. Done for 3. That is off the iron. And James with the rebound. And that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be Clippers ball. We'll have some substitutions being made. Zubats will inbound it to Bradley Beal. James Harden back over to Bradley Beal. 14 on the shot clock with the Clippers up as Bogdanovich. 4-3, drains it. 15-point lead for the Clip joint. 2:45 away from keeping first place in the Pacific Division. And we will have a timeout called by the Lakers. The final 2:41 coming up. Clippers up by 15. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. Don't forget, everybody, when this game is over with, we are not done yet. We still have stats, post-game ticker, injury report to go through before we announce tomorrow's game, which will be the last game until for about a week or so in the season playthrough. As I said, we have, starting on Monday, my 2018 College Football Playoff second-round games. See Luka Doncic. There's Marcus Smart for 3. Off the iron. Harden with the rebound. The Lakers have not scored anything in the last almost 4.5 minutes of this game. It has been a total Clipper dominant effort in the second half. This game was tied at the end of one and at halftime. I see Doncic for 3. That drought's going to continue. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard over to Zubac for the dunk. That might be the cherry on top. Who knows how this goes? It is NBA 2K. Nonetheless, strange things do happen. I mean, we saw Bronny James in the game for a split second. Doncic for 3. And that will end the drought. But it might be too little too late. 94-80, Clippers on top. Final 90 seconds of this game. Zubac almost lost it for a second. Back over to James Harden, to Bradley Beal. Beal coming around. He's going to go to the line. Marcus Smart called for the foul. That's his first team foul for the Lakers.
First team foul. At the line for 2, Bradley Beal.
Again, this game is going to be taking place on January 22nd, 2026. That is on Thursday. And this is part of schedule block number 3, in which I know neither team will be shown on the remainder of schedule block number 3. This is going to take us to All-Star break here, as one of 2 free throws were made here. Again, if you suck around and you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. You see Marcus Smart hits a 3. Are they really trying to foul? For a second, it looked like they were trying to foul. Wouldn't make sense. Bradley Beal, he misses that one. Luka Doncic with the rebound. Smart for 3. No good. Bogdanovich with the rebound. Back over to James Harden. Kawhi Leonard. Leonard for 3. Or no, that's a deep 2. What am I talking about? But he drains it anyway. 97-83. Doncic. DeMarcus Smart for 3. No good. Doncic. That is no good. Unfortunately, they can't run the clock out just yet for the Clippers because the shot clock is still on. Bogdanovich. So they do have to take one shot, or they could just let the shot clock run down. Hachimura with the steal, and that's going to do it here. The Clippers are going to win the Battle of Interstate 110. They win 97-83. And remember, we are not done yet. We still got stats, post-game ticker, and injury report at least. It is now time to look at the statistics for each player in this game. Starting off with the victorious Los Angeles Clippers in this I-110 battle. We have Ivica Zubac, 22 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists. James Harden, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Kawhi Leonard, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Then we got Bradley Beal at 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Let's see here. Derek Jones Jr., 7 minutes, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. John Collins, I said Chris Collins, I'm sorry, it's John Collins, 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. Chris Paul, 6 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. As I said, I still need to try to see if I can find a trade partner for him because he's no longer on the Clippers in real life. Let me see. Chris Dunn, 4 rebounds and 1 assist. Jordan Miller, no stats. Trenton Flowers only had 2 assists in the short amount of play. Nicholas Batum, Cam Christie, Yannick Coden, Nita Hauser, Kobe Brown did not play for the Los Angeles Clippers. And now for the Los Angeles Lakers, they are led by LeBron James, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Marcus Smart, 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. DeAndre Ayton, 14 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Luka Doncic, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Jake LaRavia, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Jackson Hayes has 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. Jarrett Vanderbilt, 5 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Gabe Vincent, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Rui Hachimura, 2 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and 1 steal, and a block as well. As I said, Bronny James Jr. was in for that split second before the 2K AI logic decided to call timeout and put him on the bench. Chris Manning only had 1 assist. Maxi Kleber did not play. Christian Coloco did not play. Adam Thiero did not play. And those are your player statistics for this game. Time for the post-game ticker brought to you by 2K Sports. We start off with the remaining games for Thursday, January 26, 2026. Or January 22nd, 2026, I should say. We got the Hornets 123-117 winners over the Orlando Magic. Congratulations, the Hornets reached double-digit wins on the season. The Rockets 135-126 winners over the Philadelphia 76ers. That's their 25th win of the season. The Nuggets 132-126 winners over the Washington Wizards. The Warriors 121-106 winners over the Dallas Mavericks. The Bulls 121 and the Timberwolves 106. The Jazz defeat the Spurs. The Spurs defeat the Jazz 119-110. What am I talking about? It's the Spurs 119, Jazz 110. And for the Jazz, that's their 40th loss of the season. And in the game that we watched, the Clippers defeat the Lakers 97-83 in the Battle of Interstate 110. And last but not least for this day, the Portland Trailblazers 106-81 winners over the Miami Heat. Friday, January 23rd, 2026. We got the Rockets 110, the Pistons 95. The Hawks 124 and the Suns 112. The Nets 117 and the Celtics 112. Light the beam, everybody. The Kings get their 20th win of the season. The Kings go into Cleveland and defeat the Cavaliers 107-104. The Grizzlies 105 and the Pelicans 98. The Bucks 119, Nuggets 99. The Pacers upset the Thunder 132-117. So that means every team now will have at least 10 losses on the season. And the Portland Trailblazers won on back-to-back days. They win 132-117 over the Toronto Raptors. Is played on Saturday, January 24th, 2026. The Knicks over the 76ers 144-106. The Warriors 110-103 winners over the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Wizards over the Hornets 124-110. The Cavaliers 136, the Magic 110. The Bulls 109, Celtics 95. Lakers 127 and the Mavericks 117. Let's see, the Heat 135, Jazz 113. And on a side note, I decided to start comparing, which is how bad this Jazz team is in my season playthrough to the 1972-1973 Philadelphia 76ers that year, where they went 9-73, and the Jazz are actually one game better than that 76ers team after 46 games on the season. Jazz are 5-41, and the Sixers for that year were 4-42. And speaking of this, that is it for the post-game ticker. As my buddy RJL Network would say, if your team won, congratulations. If not, there's always tomorrow. And it is now time to look at the injury report for the games played after January 24th, 2026. We have Tyrese Maxey, of course, as I said, he was on the injury report last time. Now we got Jarrett McCain out for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's day-to-day. Bucks are fully healthy. The Bulls are fully healthy. We can add Donovan Mitchell now to the injured list, with Jarrett Allen and Max Struss for the Cavaliers, where the Celtics are still without Jason Tatum. Brook Lopez still out for another 4 to 6 weeks for the Clippers. The Grizzlies are fully healthy. Hawks are fully healthy. The Heat, we knew about Terry Rozier's suspension. We knew about Larson's injury, but now Norman Powell is now on the injured list for the Miami Heat. The Hornets are fully healthy. The Jazz are fully healthy. They just completely suck. The Kings are without Sabonis, Keegan Murray, or Zach LaVine. It's going to be hard for a couple of the players on that list to get traded. OG Anunoby, of course, was out for the Knicks. And now we got Josh Hart. He's out for the Knicks. He's day-to-day. We knew about Reeves and Dalton Neck. They're still out for the Lakers. Magic are fully healthy. Mavericks are fully healthy. The Nets are without Noah Clowney now, in addition to Michael Porter Jr. and Terrence Mann. Christian Braun is now the only player out for the Nuggets. Tyrese Halliburton, we know about his injury. The Pelicans are fully healthy. Karis LeVert and Jaden Ivey are still out for the Pistons. The Raptors are fully healthy. Fred VanVleet, we knew about his injury. Keldon Johnson is still out for the Spurs. Suns are completely healthy. Hartenstein is now back in the lineup. It's now just Jalen Williams is out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So they're starting to get a little bit healthy. They've been knobbing it all season. I think they're getting healthy at the right time. As I said, Anthony Edwards is back in the lineup, but we're still without Julius Randle or Terrence Shannon Jr. And as I said, the Timberwolves kind of need them back as soon as they can, because they are starting to slump a little bit. Damian Lillard still out for the Blazers. Brandon Podziemski still out for the Warriors. Keyshawn George still out for the Celtics, or for the Wizards, and Cam Whitmore is back on the injured list again. He's out with that twisted left knee with day-to-day. Wow, he just got back into the lineup. It looks like his first couple games back. He's back on the injury list. And that is it for the injury report. And tomorrow's game, we will head to Memphis, where we have a Western Conference match between the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies. And unfortunately, as I said, this is going to be the last game for about another week or so, because, as I said, I'm going to be a little bit heavy on the College Football 26 content with my 28-team college football playoff. I will leave the playlist, actually, for you to click on as this video is about to come to an end. But this game will be out at 10 a.m. Eastern prior to the start of the NFL games being played on this Sunday. And if you want to know about my 28-team college football playoff for the schedule, you can go look on my community tab, and you'll see who's going to be playing and what times and what days. So please, I hope you do look at that and watch this whole thing while you anticipate more NBA 2K content, which will come out after Christmas. I will promise you that right now. But that will do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications for this project, as well as my College Football 26 content as well. And then also coming up, as I said, in addition to the NBA 2K content, I will also be doing simulations around New Year's for the quarterfinals of the college football playoff, the actual 12-team playoff. That was part of my NBA or college football 26 season simulation videos to begin with. So with that, it's time to wrap things up to remind you the final score of today's game. The Clippers win the Battle of I-110. They defeat the Lakers 97-83. I am Vinny from Vita Productions, and I am signing off.